Hello everyone, Nick here, the Gaming Honor. So, recently I reviewed the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 movie, and I gave it a 9 out of 10. I gave it a very glowing review, and I stand by it. Thought it was a really great movie. Now, if there's any criticisms of the movie, obviously there are, and there's going to be some detractors, although there's one detractor, and if you read the title, you obviously know who we're covering, is Arlo, which, sad to say, I actually like this content creator, and I'm actually subbed to them. So to see this content creator have this really poorly titled video shocked me. It's not so much the fact that he doesn't like the movie that's the problem, but the way that he frames his opinion to point at us, assuming that we, the viewer, are gonna hate this movie because, and you'll just see it when you see it. You see it says a Sonic the Hedgehog 2 movie rant. You will not like you will not like, and that's okay. And I'm like, so yeah, okay. Like, now that I actually look at it again, now I realize he means that I will not like this rant, and he was absolutely right. But I don't think he understands why people don't like this rant. And I tried to watch his review, but I'm sorry, Arlo, if you're watching, and I have to say this to you, Arlo, if you're watching, this movie review that you did was really bloated. 50 minutes? I'm not waiting 50 minutes to. I'm like I only reviewed my thing, and I did 2 minutes, and I'm like it's a movie review. Just say you really like it. Just run through a bunch of highlights. I don't want to let I know AdSense is desperate, and you're desperate for money. That's probably why you did a 50-minute video. Like, I don't understand why people do these 50-minute videos. It's like, can we try to streamline our content, guys? Like, I'm just asking, as a content reviewer, it's like, yes, make the content you want. I'm not going to stop anyone from doing what they want, but do you really need to make a Sonic the Hedgehog 2 movie? 50 minutes. I mean, I watch a dose of Buckley, and his rants are more effective in 10 minutes than a 50-minute rant. So, we're going to just go in real quickly. So, the title, I'm just like, yeah, and honestly, I had to dislike it because, no offense, I just watched 2 minutes of it, and his explanation that I was able to gather was that, oh, the plot falls apart, and I'm literally, my stomach's turning, and I'm like, okay, I can't even listen to this guy. This guy failed, total failure on his explanation, and I'm like, okay, I mean, personally, here's my opinion, okay? I mean, I gave my opinion. I said, spicy take, don't underestimate the Sonic fans. Also, were you, I stand by it. I feel like he needs his vision checked. I'm like, personally, in my opinion, if I were him, I would have labeled it Sonic the Hedgehog 2 movie review. This movie was not my cup of tea. I think he would have done better doing that than saying, you will not like this rant. Because doing that as a title, you're basically begging the viewer, and honestly, I guess in a way, maybe if Arlo was going for this, and I'll give him a point on this one, if he was going for the troll-esque review, definitely worked in his favor, okay? Because if I noticed a certain trend on YouTube, and it's basically counter-trolling, where you'll say you don't like something, but only because you're doing it for views and clicks, and it does feel a little, now that I really think about it, it does feel a little bit on the clickbaity side. I'm not going to say that Arlo, I'm sure if he didn't like this movie, he didn't like this movie. That's not the problem. The problem is just, the way in which he, goes about it. I just don't like it. And, again, I'm not trying to stop people from having opinions if they don't like the movie, but, again, if you're trying to do a video review, don't do a 50-minute rant. Just go down the list. And my opinion, my lowlights of the movie would be didn't like the dance scene. You didn't like the human portion. Fine. You didn't like the fact that Knuckles took the emeralds and did that into his hand. Fine. I could probably make a list right now of things that I could say that were probably low points. But to me, and even Nathaniel Brandy said this, is usually when I go to the movies, I kind of turn off some logic and I enjoy it. And honestly, I think the big thing you have to remember is that the movie actually did pay homage to the franchise, probably better than almost any other movie franchise. I mean, let's go back into the past and look at Dragon Ball Evolution, that horror. that was an awful movie. And, you know, when I look at this is way more faithful to the franchise. And you have to realize, like, movies are going to take some level of artistic license of a franchise. I'm not expecting that they're going to take the Pokemon movie and remake Ash into theaters. And honestly, I'd rather them not do that. And I think the reason why Detective Pikachu succeeded was because it knew how to take the license and make a new story that would fit into a movie form. If we just saw Sonic going against Dr. Eggman and it was like the games, I don't think it would work personally. But, you know, that's more subjective. But here's the thing. The reason why his rant got disliked was it's kind of provoking you. It's saying you will not like it. And, you know, you can definitely argue with this. He says that's okay. And, you know, I'll say this. I give him balls. Like, I have to give him major balls. Like, me, I would not do that. Like, I would get, like, canceled for doing something like that. Just because of the way that it's worded, I feel like I'd get canceled. And even Arlo is kind of getting canceled. But, it's, you know, it's like one bad... Like, to be fair, I think you could say this. It's one really bad take. And if Arlo was watching this, I'd just say, like, dude, maybe next time when you make a rant, first off, don't do 50 minutes. Like, you can do much more respectful than that. Make it 15 or 10. Like, I know that, like, ads need to run and money needs to get done, but it's like, I'd rather be more respectful to my audience and give a more short and streamlined video than just be like, watch a 50-minute video, go. And it's like, I have time to do and places to be, especially during, like, you know, the uncertain times that we live in today. I don't really have the time to really sit down for a 50-minute video. And, you know, yeah, I do live streams that are like a couple hours, but I don't expect my viewers to stay at those live streams for hours. If they do, that's great. If I have that audience attention, that's great. But, like, again, I feel like a 50-minute review and you're ranting is a bit of a slap in the face. And that's just, you know, my cup of tea. There were definitely a handful of people that liked it, but I'll say it was definitely a very divisive rant. So, you know, this is just my personal opinion. If you make a rant on why you don't like it, instead, how about you word it something else other than you will not like it? Because then it's just you're provoking your audience to dislike it, and it's almost on the level of hate viewage. So, but hey, you know, I have to say, you know, controversy sells. So I could somewhat understand. I don't know if the intention was quite to go on that level of controversy route, and in a way it looked like it worked, so he got views. I'll give him that. And he does have a sizable audience, so you do have to commend him for that. But anyway, again, that's all I have to say to Arlo. I feel like my explanation is almost hitting the 10-minute mark, and see, even I try to be very careful and concise when trying to make videos. Can I always try to make mine more streamlined? Absolutely. Do I try to make it more respectful? Yes. I mean, there's certain people, I will not name names, that did the duplication glitch from Animal Crossing, and he took 10 minutes, and that, you only really need to do 3. It's like, look, I know you want to extend a video out because you know a topic is very popular, but I think at the end of the day, like, unless a video begs for the length, don't make the video that long, because length does not necessarily mean quality, and I have to say, like, this is actually a low end for me. You know, if I want to watch a long video, you know, I think his Breath of the Wild 2 video is fine, and some of his Sword and Shield stuff I actually kind of liked, because he had something insightful to say. This I just looked at, and I tried to play for 2 minutes, and my stomach turns, and you know what they say about gut and brain connection. So, your gut usually tells you of your instincts, and I have to say, I think Arlo definitely, I know I've probably said it a million times, but Arlo definitely missed the ball on this one, in my opinion. So, anyway, what did you think, guys? Like, comment, subscribe. Did you think Arlo's opinion was valid? Do you not think Arlo's opinion was valid? Do you think, at the end of the day, everyone's entitled to their opinions, but I do think that if you're going to make a review, probably just say that you don't like it, and not that you're trying to do it to provoke or rant that you don't like the fan base. That's just my opinion. It's like, hey, we're all entitled to our opinions. Just keep it to that. Don't use it as a way to provoke. I guess that's what I'm saying. But it's also with the movie at the end of the day, so you could also chalk it up to that. So, again, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.